येस येस.
तर सुरू करू ना. लाईव्ह झालं सर, लाईव्ह झालंय.
झालंय का?
Meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. आ गया.
येस येस.
Just a minute.
ओके.
Yeah, it's live streaming.
Patil sir,
देशपांडे सर मला
old link needs.
नाही 1 सेकंड. राहुल सर, ही जुनीच लिंक आहे की नवीन लिंक आहे?
नाही नाही नाही, नवीन आहे सर. तू
मला पाठवा ना ती. मला पाठवा.
तुम्हाला व्हॉट्सअपला टाकते सर, बघा.
वाचायला टाकली का? नाही अजून आली नाही अजून.
एकच मिनिट. आणि चॅट बॉक्स मध्ये पण टाकतो, हे करतो.
ओके.
चॅट बॉक्स मध्ये टाकून काय उपयोग नाहीये सर.
नाही मला टाका सर, मला टाक.
लगेच नाही, तुम्हाला
मला
कॉपी
टाक.
करता.
करा मी लगेच घेऊन देतो ना, पाठवतो.
गवंडे सर लगेच त्याला मुलांना पाठवू द्या.
आली सर, आली. पाठवतो.
ओके.
थँक्यू सर.
सो पाटील सर नंतर आम्ही सुरू करूया क्या पाटील सर?
हा मॅडम, मुलांना जॉईन होऊन द्या आधी. 2च मिनिटं. लिंक इज चेंज नो मॅम. 1 सेकंड. आय एम सेंडिंग इट टू गवंडे सर.
So Vaidya sir, sorry for the inconvenience. Let's wait for a few minutes with your kind permission.
No problem, man. Absolutely no problem.
हॅलो गवंडे सर. सर तुम्हाला नवीन लिंक पाठवली युट्यूबची, ती सगळ्या मुलांना पाठवा तुमच्या ऑफिशियल याच्यामध्ये. हॅलो. हो आता जी लिंक पाठवली युट्यूबची ना, ती लिंक आहे. त्यांना सांगा जॉईन विथ दिस लिंक असं म्हणा. आणि पाठवा. हा लगेच पाठव. ओके. आणि टीचर्सला पण तसं इन्स्ट्रक्शन द्या. लाईव्ह झालाय. ओके.
Ruchi, are you tracking the YouTube, beta? Ruchi?
Ruchi,
yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am. Yeah, I am tracking it, ma'am.
Yeah. Have you got it in the YouTube
Yes,
right now?
yes, I am parallelly on the Zoom as well as on the YouTube. Both.
But the new link, have you got it? Just now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I have shared it with the teachers. So I have also logged in. So now I can see both on the Zoom as well as YouTube.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Ruchi,
Yes, sir.
keep us informed about the number of students joining on YouTube. Huh?
Surely, sir. Yes, I'll keep.
So that we can start. So that we can sizable number आने के बाद शुरू कर सकते हैं.
अरे
Hello, Deshpande sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
आता
57 students have joined so far.
57.
Oh,
Yes, around
yes,
60.
they are joining. We'll wait for 2 minutes.
Yes.
Then, okay.
Once
They are
madam
joining.
says yes, so we'll proceed.
Yes. We'll wait for a few seconds. Sir.
Yeah, I want to know the number.
60,
Yes,
madam.
ma'am.
60.
60.
Once
58,
it
60.
60. Once it touches
Yeah.
200, we will start.
Okay.
Yes. Ma'am.
Sir, all are joining, na?
Yes, joining,
Go-
madam. Slowly. Yes.
Gavande sir.
75 हो गया, madam.
Yeah.
Number is going up.
Yeah, it will fast. Once the
Yeah, link reaches
trend,
to all.
yeah.
Madam, 100 crossed.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And apna Kamesh is yet to join, na? Kamesh and Akshar.
I spoke with him just now. I
Ah.
told him he said कि once first speaker starts speaking, you let me know. I will join. He is the second speaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Patil sir, are we recording this? Patil sir?
Yes, ma'am. We are recording it. It will be available on YouTube.
Yes, Ruchi, are you giving green signal?
Ma'am, just maybe couple of more minutes.
Yeah.
Then we can start. It's 118 for now.
Mm. Akshat has joined. Welcome, Akshat.
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am. Yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, hello, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deshpande, sir, one request. Will it be possible for me to share my screen during my teach?
Why not? I will ask the host
Host.
to make you co-host so that you can share your.
Great. Yeah.
I think 225 will start, Ruchi.
Okay, ma'am. 225. Okay.
Yeah, and the number has reached to 130, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. Now it will go.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I think we should start now. Shavana ma'am.
Yeah, I am ready. Ruchi, are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
We can start. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Reasonable number of students have joined, correct?
Yeah,
Shall we
ma'am.
start, ma'am?
Yeah, Deshpande sir, please.
Yes, ma'am. We will start with this small invocation. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Good afternoon, one and all. Respected Principal Dr. Shobana Vasudevan Madam, Vice Principal Degree College Professor Kavita Jaju Madam, Vice Principal Junior College Professor Madhav Gavande Sir, distinguished speaker for today's orientation program, members of the teaching faculty from senior and junior college, and dear students. On behalf of RA Podar College of Commerce and Economics, I welcome you all to this orientation program. Well, on behalf of college, we congratulate all of you for your success in HSC examination held in March 2022. But after HSC, what next? Which course to select, whether to do plain BCom or BCom with some specialization? Which field is growing and having more scope? There are number of questions in the minds of the students. To answer your questions and so that we can facilitate you to take informed decision about further course of action, further course, we have organized this orientation program. First of all, I request our principal madam to enlighten us by your words of wisdom. I request Shobna madam to say a few words.
Good afternoon, dear Deshpande sir, an ever enterprising, enthusiastic professor in our staff common room. And I thank you for organizing it in such a wonderful manner. And we look forward from the experts to tell our own students as to how do they look about the future. As an educationist for around 4 decades, we have seen the growth, the depth, the breadth that has taken place in this field of education over the past 40 years. Not much could be attributed to the 70s and 80s as far as the program and the courses and availability of the options are concerned. And of course, the number of colleges were less, number of universities were even less, and people taking up higher education per se was not as high as we are seeing today. In the past 10 years or 20 years, we can say, maybe the commencement of 21st century has brought in an awareness about the higher education avenues. There had been plethora of individual higher education institutions that have been set up. Number of universities have grown, but unfortunately, they were still catering to the traditional programs and courses and were little bit slow paced to catch up with what was happening in the 21st century in the technology front. Engineering colleges had grown in such a huge number. Management oriented colleges and institutions got increased at an accelerated speed. But the graduate programs were not matching up with the requirement of the present day or the future days to come. I think I will take 1 minute. Tanvi, welcome to this program, beta. Thank you very much for accepting and being here to give some kind of an input to our students. Welcome, Tanvi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, let me continue. So this is going to be something that has been a concern for educationals like me across the country. And needless to say, there is no point only in thinking, but what is required is plunging into action and doing it. Autonomous setup was one initiative that has been taken up by the University Grants Commission, the University of Mumbai, and the state government to enable the colleges to think, prepare their children and students and learners to be a little bit different and are going to take up the challenge that is emerging with the advent of increase in technology in every possible domain where we are going to enter. As simple as a food technology, dietitian technology, counseling area, you find lot of career opportunities emerging. But when it comes to commerce, the growth is exponential. The innovative avenues is going to be amazing, and the growth in which we as financial domain, as a commercial capital of India, and getting connected to the east and west in the financial domain, getting international linkages, and our own system which has been there for years together being recognized by the countries other than India. Short and sweet, if I want to say, the domain of commerce is throwing open several opportunities which were then reserved exclusively for engineering graduate, was viewed something as technology oriented education, but everything is going to become either finance based, marketing oriented, and production also requires algorithm and also requires some kind of artificial intelligence. The world is becoming more technology born and getting integrated with the commercial activities. I find lot many things are happening. I think my dear students and all my colleagues sitting over here will agree with me. It is going to be commerce that drives the engine. It's going to be the commercial activities which make things alive, makes the GDP grow, self-employment gets stabilized, income level to increase, and of course, generation of employment. If you are going to see this full circle, you will find commercial activities are going to be bearing the forefront. Imagine housekeeping as an industry, keeping a kind of gardening as an industry. It's going to be something that commercial angle that is going to push it, and this knowledge is going to be essential to make economic activities prosper. All of us sitting over here, maybe your parents, you are listening to this conversation, will agree with me. If India needs to grow with the wonderful human resources that we possess, there is a need to upskill ourselves and not just restrict to a few ideas and ideologies and traditional oriented thinking. There is a need to mix and match. There is a need to bring multiplicity so that one individual who is having the restrictive approach of debit and credit is able to understand how it can be interpreted and matched with various other activities in our life. Few minutes back, I told you the initiative called autonomy and autonomous status. Podar was granted the autonomous status since we are the A plus institution recognized by National Assessment and Accreditation Council. We're known for innovation since our origin, that is 1941. You won't believe, my dear students, in 40s, where there was a course called GSD. Podar was running that particular course. Anything that was introduced, even typewriting and manual typewriting plus electronic typewriting, everything that when it came, Podar took the lead without autonomous status. Now you are given an autonomous status. You can create your syllabus. You can find out where there is a need for people, what kind of skills that they have to acquire during this formative years of 18 to 21. In your own words, graduating period. My dear students, as Professor Deshpande said, let me congratulate each one of you for making a wonderful history. You know something? Podar College is the only college where number of students obtaining marks above distinction is highest across Mumbai colleges. The statistic shows 468 students have scored above distinction grade. Even science colleges are running behind us in terms of distinction. Of course, I congratulate Harsh Savla, who has made the college proud by standing second only to one student in the entire Mumbai city and second topper with 95.33%. We have Sahil and Amrita with 95.17% sharing the second rank in college. Vaibhavi and Soham 94.83 taking the third rank. Rutu Mehta with 94.67 having the fourth rank. And we have got Sanvi, Nimish Deshmukh, Tripti with 94.50 getting the fifth rank. Yugant, Vedant and Sumit along with Jainish are going to be sharing the sixth rank in the college with 94.33%. 94.17, there are three students once again, Akshita, Gauri and Krish. 94, 8th rank, we are Hiloni and Ananya Naik with 94%. Frankly, I would like to read the entire merit list to all of you. But why I am giving this indicative merit list is that we have got wonderful students. Brainy, intelligent, commonsensical. You must see that Basant Bahar, a book published by 11th standard students. I think Vaibhav Gupta was spearheading that. Talent is amazing in all of you. But many times we don't allow this talent to flow in the right direction, get upskilling done, understand the future way, and prepare ourselves today. If you are going to go the wave that you are seeing today, the success will be there, but that enormous success taking to the top may not happen. Discounting the future, I think all of you are commerce students. Capturing the future and discounted flow is what we need to do in our career planning also. Let's not be myopic of what's happening today and what is being demanded today. Try to visualize the future and try to be ready for the future. In this exercise, we at Podar College, the academic cell of RA Podar College, planned and studied and thought over about the futuristic education. We are planning to introduce this year in our own campus 3 autonomous programs. Besides the BMS program, which we have been conducting since 2004, and our BCom program, which we have been conducting since our inception. These are the 3 programs we are going to introduce. Cutting to the engineering group, data science and analytics. It's no more the forte of engineering graduates. Even engineering graduates ultimately come to MBA and do finance. And when you are already exposed to finance and marketing, why not you learn data science and analytics and cut the job opportunities that is being viewed as completely engineering based and science based. Dear students, you will understand even IIM, there is a statistics that was released when the IIM results were announced. Majority of them are engineering graduates. They fall into the group of marketing, finance, HR. Everything is our forte. Why not we learn artificial intelligence? Why not we learn robotics? Why not we learn analytics? We are going to be much better because our base is commerce. 11वी 12वी मध्ये खूप खूप आम्ही शिकवलं कॉमर्स काय होतात इकॉनॉमिक्सच्या बेसिक आम्हाला पूर्णपणे माहिती आहे. When you are going to combine with this, that's going to be what we want to bring before you for your consideration. This year, BSc, a course we are introducing in our commerce college. The degree will be BSc. It will be data science and analytics. Few years back, that is 2 years back, we have introduced actuarial studies. Believe me, the entire Bombay University is waking up and more colleges are trying to bring this program in their own colleges. And it is definitely becoming a much wanted program which we introduced in the year 2019. This year, one more program we bring forth to you is completely out of the box, shipping and logistics management. That has been a thought process of our academic cell. India having a long coastal line, many natural ports, known for ocean transport since time immemorial. We are known for shipbuilding as a cultural backing, and we were the ones navigating ocean transport and water transport. So much can be done. If your parents and grandparents could be contacted by you, you ask them in VT, even now you go to VT side without just looking at Gateway of India, take a walk in alongside RBI towards your Gateway of India. Don't go by a taxi or a car or a bike. Take a walk. To your right, you will find very old, faded name boards. Forwarding agent, shipping agent, most of them as shut shop because skilled people are not there, and shipping is going to become emerge with vengeance in the coming years. How are you going to forward the cargo? How are you going to have this logistics being done? Today, Amazon is number one. What they need is logistics management, cargo movement, cutting cost in cargo movement, and shipping and logistics is going to be the one discipline which I thought we can offer to our thinking and common sense and intelligent student of RA Podar College, that is you all. This shipping and logistics management can give you, I am going to leave the explanation to our own Kamesh Joshi, who is our ex-student and is a managing director of one of the famous logistics company. He will tell you what it is. One more program we are introducing is financial markets. I think we have been exposed to these financial markets to such an extent that the job opportunities are abundant, but the skilled people are scarce. Dear students, as I told you when I read out the merit list, we are such a wonderful, talented pool of children across country, across universities in the country, and definitely across Mumbai University. I wish you take an informed decision, whether it is BCom, BMS, actuarial studies, shipping and logistics, financial markets, or data science and analytics. To conclude, I would say that decisions are taken in different ways. Easiest is just go by the crowd. सब लोग ये करते हैं, मैं भी करेगा. That's an easiest decision. Remember, don't do things which are very easy. Start making your own thinking a little bit crumpled, difficult. For that, you need to collect information and make an informed decision. Please don't mistake me that you are going to dictate to your parents. Don't put down them. अरे तुला काय माहिती नाहीये, मलाच माहिती आहे. माझा मित्र तो करतात, ते इथं करतात आणि मला पण असंच करायला पाहिजे. तुम्हाला काय माहिती नाहीये. हा डायलॉग बंद करा. First, keep your mouth shut and ears open. God has given you 2 years. आज थोड़ा हम लोग आपको जानकारी देने वाला है. Listen to your parents, listen to everybody. And there is one big screen-based teacher, Google. Search, find out the job opportunities, find out the trends that is taking place elsewhere, future studies that are awaiting. Put everything in a basket, make a proper analysis, mix it, and take a decision. In management language, we call it as informed decision making. And this is the reason why this afternoon is attributed to you. I want each one of you to take a decision about which is the way you are going to put your foot forward and take an informed decision. I wish you can have group discussion with your friends with the matter that you are going to collect, and don't ever trivialize anything, because you are going to embark upon a very important milestone in your life. Make sure that you are going to take this opportunity, give the best thought process, and make an informed decision. Of course, you all know I am highly philosophical. God is great. जो होना है वो होएगा. There is no second thought about it. But जो होएगा तो होएगा, इसलिए आज ये हो रहा है. आपको जानकारी देने का एक प्रोग्राम हमने शुरू किया है. This is a part of destiny, which is going to be a good luck to you. We have got 4 great people participating in this exercise to tell you about what awaits you in the various career that we have just spoken about. Each and every one of you is precious to me. Although I have read out few names as a merit list, you all have made Podar proud. 468 distinction is not a mean thing. It's a huge appreciation for our faculty. I congratulate the junior college faculty and all our non-teaching staff for this exemplary performance in the year 2022. After congratulating you, let me hand over the stage to Professor Mahesh Deshpande to continue with the program as planned. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam, for your words of wisdom. You rightly said that Podar College is pioneer in starting path-breaking courses, and this academic year we are launching some new courses, and for that we have invited experts, speakers for this. I am going to introduce Mr. Abhijit Vaidya, who is going to talk about BCom in financial markets. Abhijit Vaidya is a commerce graduate and has completed Masters of Management Studies, MMS, you may also call it as MBA nowadays, in finance, both from Mumbai University. He is currently working with Kotak Investment Bank as an executive director and head of equity corporate finance. He is responsible for managing IPOs in the Indian capital markets. He has over 27 years of distinguished experience in investment banking. Additionally, he has acquired qualification of personal financial planner purely out of interest in financial planning. So I request Abhijit Vaidya Sahib to talk about career in BCom with financial markets. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Mahesh sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me for this wonderful gathering with the students. First of all, congratulations to each one of you for wonderful achievements during your HSC exams, and best wishes for the career going forward.
Sir, I just interrupt you for a minute.
Yes, sir.
I request all the students who have joined through YouTube to send your questions related to BCom in financial market so that sir will answer your queries. And I request Professor Ruchi Savla to gather the questions and you can forward it to Vaidya sir. Thank you,
Noted,
sir.
sir.
Sir, please go ahead.
Yes, sure. So, first of all, I'm really a bit envious about the students of this era, because they're getting a choice of choosing a particular flavor that they may like within a BCom or any kind of a thing. For us, there were very vanilla choices that were available. So first of all, I think it's really wonderful that students are getting this choice, and students must make, as ma'am said, very conscious decision of what they really want to do. For us, it was like, there was a general trends which were taught to us, and we had to look for something else to really sharpen the skills to get into any particular career oriented alternatives. But here is an opportunity where college is providing you with a specific specializations of sort, so that you can directly dive into your careers. So the topic given to me is about financial markets. I don't have the benefit of the entire curriculum here, but I did look at what are the general curriculums that are there for becoming financial markets. Broadly, to define the financial markets, you can define the canvas as the four broad spectrums, which is one is the banking and a money market, which we all know of. The capital markets, I think increasingly there is a lot of awareness amongst all of us about the capital markets, stock markets, etc. The foreign exchange market, where the currencies and derivatives are traded, and the commodities market, where the commodities are exchanged. All these four markets, broadly speaking, okay, you can define together as financial markets. So probably I think your course will cover or have some degree of familiarity that you will develop in all these four fields. And each one of these fields, my friends, I'm telling you, will offer you immense amount of career alternatives, which I'm going to talk about. Firstly, what is the role of a financial market? I mean, role of financial market is basically to channelize the resources from the person who has it to person who needs it, right? That's all we know. That's all we do. I think you learned this in your economics, 12th standard economics. You've learned this, so I'm not going to repeat that. But to highlight the importance of the financial market, you look at two of our neighboring economies, how they are suffering, and look at us. We actually liberalized in 1992, and if I remember, and Deshpande sir can pardon me if my statistics are wrong, I think our GDP that time was around $288 billion. And now, when I look at in 2022, we are about $2.6 trillion. We are world's third largest economy, growing very fastest growing, and our dream is to become a $5 trillion economy very soon. That's what our honorable Prime Minister has said, and IMF believes that we could reach that target by 2027. So you can imagine that what we have achieved in the span of last 20-30 years, we are going to double that in next 5 years. And the most interesting thing for you students to note is that you are going to witness this change while you are going to study, while you are going to absorb these new skills. Why am I telling you the statistics when I'm describing the financial markets? The single most important thing that you must know, that when an economy grows, when the economy is multiplying at this rate, the each sector will grow. The manufacturing sector will grow, agriculture, services sector will grow. But the real catalyst for the economy is the financial services. That is the backbone. That is like a blood or central nervous system of the economy, and that's going to really propel this growth from our current 2.6 trillion to 5 trillion and many more. And you are going to be the beneficiaries of this growth. And that is why this topic, this course that Podar College has selected to now start has immense importance, and because it will throw up multiple opportunities. It will open up wonderful opportunities for each one of you. Now, I think let's delve into what kind of careers are possible. Okay, the career alternatives in the field of finance are immense. It is just left to your imagination what you can do out of it. Okay, I've actually listed out few things. I mean, I'll take few examples. I think all of us know, mutual funds. I mean, somebody has invested in their family about mutual funds. So if you look at a mutual fund, there are at least 7 or 8 different type of opportunities that those can be served by course of this nature. Like, person who is actually managing the fund, there's a fund manager. So he actually, mutual fund, what happens, the money is collected from the investors and then it is put to use. So there is a fund management activity. There is a security analysis that is required. That means the company analysis that you do. There is a trading, you have to buy and sell the shares. So trading activity that is required. It is not just important to do trading, but also to have back office. You need to have compliance function. You need somebody to design the product. So these are just, if you look at just a mutual fund, just one industry, one segment, you see there are 7 or 8 different types of career alternatives that are there, and it will require different kind of skills. Okay, take an example of an insurance company. Somebody, I think there's a speaker for going to talk about Actuarial. I'm not going to steal thunder from her, but there is something called the creating of the insurance product, or the who will create the insurance product. There is something for to sell those products. So these kind of opportunities will exist in the insurance sector. Then you may know about something called as a security analysis, which is very highly respected and highly paid job opportunity in India and world over. Then there are stock markets. Everybody is exposed to. We all watch news channels all the day. So in the stock market also, there are various other alternatives that we have, like a stock broking, fixed income trading, portfolio management, investment advisory, international capital markets. So the opportunities are immense, and it is not just necessary for somebody to actually only look for job opportunity. Finance, especially this part of the finance, the capital market part of the finance is concerned, you can be your own employer. You can start your own consultancy. You can start your own advisory. You can work as an agent or earn commission, earn brokerage, and these kind of opportunities are there. In addition to that, you can become an advisor. And by advisor, you mean that you actually don't get brokerage, but you give a financial plan to somebody and tell them that this is how you should develop your financial plan. And people pay 25,000, 50,000 rupees just for getting the financial plan. That's reality. That's happening. So I'm saying these kind of opportunities do exist. And if you keep open eye to all these opportunities, this field will give you all of this. Basically, to summarize, I know I have a limited time been given to me, but I'll summarize. There are 6 broad types of career alternatives that you can envisage in the field of financial markets. Okay, like first is like a manufacturer of financial products. Like you could be working with a mutual fund, insurance company, or a bank, which is actually creating that financial product, right? They are creating that financial product. So you could be actually designing what elements are required. So you will actually study how should that product be priced, what features investors like, etc., etc. So you could be at the manufacturer's end in the financial spectrum. The second element could be that of an advisory, as I said, and this is a very important one, where you actually in India, the financial literacy has to go up multiple times. So people actually need to be explained the financial products. So therefore, the role of an advisor is very important. So therefore, explaining the financial planning, retirement planning, estate planning. These are the areas where somebody has to use his intellectual capability and guide the people. Then the third element could be the selling of the products. Just a minute. So as a manufacturer has produced the product, right? The mutual fund is there, but agent has to sell it. So there is a need to have intermediary to do this. So this is a selling job that is required. Insurance product is created, but that needs to be sold. So you need an agent for that. You need an insurance broker for that. So you can earn a brokerage from that. You could be a stockbroker where shares and can be bought and sold. Similarly, fixed income security, a FIMDA broker, FIMDA analyst is a very respectable career. So these are the kind of opportunities that exist. You could there is another alternative. You could be a fund manager of your own. You will say, how is that possible? That like for example, you have heard of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, a very famous personality. He manages his own funds. So he's like a commerce graduate like us, chartered accountant as well, but commerce graduate like us, and doing his fund management for himself. So this is another facet that you can have as a career alternative. Another area that really surprises me, and I'm watching this very curiously these days, that you could be a financial blogger, you could be a YouTuber, giving a lot of gyan in this respect. You would have heard of some people like Rachna Ranade or Ankur Wariku, very famous YouTubers who have number of good videos. They can make you can actually make a livelihood out of this as well. Again, linked to the financial world. And then there is a last field, which is a high-end advisory, which is basically investment banking, broking, banking, valuation, mergers, acquisition, startup funding. So international capital markets, all these opportunities exist. Now, whether one course will get you there, I don't know. I think we'll have to see. There will be need for doing something more. There are specific certifications that will be also required by SEBI and other regulators for going into specific careers. But the course like BCom in financial markets will open up the doors for all these kind of opportunities for you, and will make you aware where you can dive in further in these, and probably you could develop your own areas of interest that I have not found out as yet. I think I have only this much to say just now. I would be happy to take any questions specifically relating to financial markets and be of any assistance to you.
Sir, Sir Vaidya, sir,
Yes,
if you permit me, I will add a few thoughts since you have said.
Yes.
As you rightly said, it's not going to be the curriculum itself is going to be giving a lot of opportunities for experiential learning. Plus,
Yes.
as an autonomous course, every child learner is expected to acquire a few more credit points by doing courses other than what they are going to be compulsorily completing as a coursework within the framework of the syllabi. So they will be encouraged to take up courses complementary, supplementary, or even tangential, so that their thinking process is going to be really rejuvenated. So that is what is going to be the speciality of an autonomous degree, which we are experiencing in the past 1.5 years. Students are very happy to do additional courses other than what is required to earn the number of credits to get a degree. So BCom with financial markets will have all the experiential oriented element, plus taking up some innovative programs, or from even Coursera. They can
Yeah.
do some courses from Boston or any other foreign universities also. And as you rightly pointed out, they can set up something on their own when they are in second year itself,
Yes.
so that they can become an entrepreneur. And that is what is going to be the major objective of autonomous colleges. All the three programs, we want them to become on their own.
Yes.
That is what is going to be the expectation. Thank you very much for permitting me. Now, Deshpande sir, is there any query or anything? You can take over once again.
Yes, madam. I request Ruchi ma'am to please pass on the questions to Vaidya sir. Ruchi?
Sure, sir. So one student has asked that can BCom with financial markets be pursued along with CA? So
yes,
it can be. One student has also asked, is it pro-business or pro-service? I didn't actually get the idea, but this is what the question is. Is it pro-business or pro-service? BCom in financial markets is pro-business or pro-service?
I think it will be both. My sense is it will traverse both ends. It is both on the services side as well as on the business side. And as ma'am said, that she's going to have a lot of focus on making students be entrepreneurs themselves. So my sense is that it is going to be.
It can be both, sir, as you rightly point out. If somebody does CA, they can also become an employee, or they can set up their own firm. It's like that. Yeah.
Certainly, sir. So also questions were asked on other opportunities other than CFA in global market. But you have already highlighted on various opportunities, like you already mentioned about designing, advisory, and etc. So I think that already responds to the question. So yes, this is it on the YouTube. These are the only questions that we've got. Repetitive, but somewhat very similar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ruchi. Thank you, Vaidya Sahib.
Thank you. Thank you
for enlightening us on financial markets, its a role, and again the various aspects regarding manufacturing of financial product and selling, and maybe say financial planner. So this will go a long way in making, as madam rightly said, informed decision about choosing the correct path of career.
Our creative minds can make new financial, so many opportunities are there. To actually, I suggest that they have to dig their history for crowdfunding and things like that, and how it can be capsuled again as a new financial product. Lot of creativity and opportunity is there in the financial markets. I think they should start talking to their grandparents and great grandparents, check up their diaries of their financial planning, so that they can reboot it and get it done as a new product in the current era.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I right, Vaidya sir?
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. I think wonderful initiative from the college. Do let me know if there are any other queries from the students later on. Also, happy to be of any assistance.
That's very
Thank
nice
you.
of you, sir.
Thank
As
you
usual, you are nice and great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. With your permission, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaidya sir, for your continued support. You have been helping us for last 1 or 2 years. We trained our student who appeared for NFLAT also, and they cleared the examination at national level with flying colors.
Ayushi, na? Uska?
Yes. She stood national level second, and Vedant Vaidya stood zonal level second. Thank you once again, sir. Now we are proceeding with a second speaker for the day, Miss Tanvi Doshi, our own student. She is a qualified actuary with 5 years of experience in life insurance industry, working with HDFC. HDFC Life as an actuarial analyst. She completed all her actuarial levels at the young age of 23 and went ahead to get her qualification at 24. She has that fellow of Institute of Actuaries, and as far as her actuarial examination is concerned, actuarial journey, there are 15 levels, and out of 15 levels, in 7 levels, she got all India rank 1. She stood first for 7 times out of 15 levels. And I remember she was our student, and 12th standard also she had topped the HSC board, came first. So we welcome Tanvi Doshi, and mic is yours now. Proceed. Thank you very much.
Above all, Tanvi is ours always and will remain always with us.
Yes.
Welcome, Tanvi. Yes, beta.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
very much, very much.
Shobna, it was so pleasing hearing you again after 4 long years.
Thank you, beta.
Yeah. So hello everyone. Thank you, MD sir, for the introduction. First of all, congratulations to all the students for the grand success. But to be frank, Podar is just repeating history. Every year, Podar has such amazing results. Right, even when I was there, my father was there. It's always been amazing, always. Okay, so I'll be giving you some insights on actuarial science. I know for many of you, the words actuarial science might be new. Many people might not be aware what this course is. So let me tell you what actuarial science is or what an actuary means. I have always equated the word actuary with risk management. So we as actuaries use our mathematical skills to make financial sense of the future. So to further elaborate on what actuaries do, as Deshpande sir mentioned, I'm working in life insurance domain with HDFC Life. Let me tell you my one day at work, how it looks like. So you all would have seen a lot of television advertisements saying buy life insurance, it's just 500 rupees a month or so on. So who decides this 500 rupees? There will be someone who came up with this amount. So those are the actuaries. So we price insurance policies, we design it, what benefits to offer to the policyholders. And there are a lot of factors that we consider while determining this XX amount. So factors like age, medical condition, income, gender, occupation, competition, another important factor as well, and so on. So to summarize, while deciding on the price, we try to strike a balance between the design and pricing of the product so that our companies have enough money to run the business. At the same time, they have enough business to keep running. So that is, this is just a part, I would say just 1% of what actuaries do, but the actuarial scope is huge. So let me take you through the actuarial workspace and what scope do actuaries have. As I mentioned, wherever there's risk management, an actuary can come into the picture, do problem solving, analytical thinking, analysis, everything, and help solve problems of companies. So majorly, the actuaries work in, let's say, the insurance industry, life insurance, general insurance, health insurance, reinsurance as well. Then employee benefits, which includes pensions, gratuity valuation, etc. Finance as well, be it equity research, equity valuation, investments, banking, markets, and whatnot. Even consultancy firms. So just as CAs can have their practicing firms, actuaries themselves can also have their consultancy firms, and they can consult insurance companies, or there are some regulations that companies have to get a sign off from actuaries for their employee benefits, gratuity valuation, pensions, etc. So all these things are worked on by actuaries. There is a new field, there's a new, or I would say the scope is widening. There is something new that is coming up known as InsurTech. Now, InsurTech is short for insurance plus technology. Currently, also, insurance has not completely penetrated in India. So there's a lot of scope for it being widened. So InsurTech helps everyone to make insurance easy. So let's say, for example, you have bought a car insurance policy. Now you met with an accident and your car crashed into some other vehicle. Now, how do you make a claim? Currently, there are long, tedious procedures on how you make claims. But maybe InsurTech using artificial intelligence, the importance which Shobna ma'am mentioned, will help a lot and make it very easy. You just click a picture of your car from all sides as mentioned in your policy bond. You upload it on app and your app will approve it in minutes if everything looks in place. So that is the importance of artificial intelligence, just to emphasize Shobna ma'am's point, which is widely being used in InsurTech. Yeah, and the scope for actuarial science is not limited only to India. Wherever, be it UK, be it USA, Canada, Japan, any country, actuarial science has its value everywhere. So that's one important point for actuaries. Okay, so now whoever may be interested, let me tell you how you enroll for actuarial science studies. So there are country-based institutes, like India has Institute of Actuaries of India, UK has Institute and Faculty of Actuaries, USA has Society of Actuaries, Casualty Actuarial Society, right? So and each of them will have a number of levels. Like currently, India and UK institutes have 13 levels to clear. USA might have some different levels to clear, but more or less, the portion, the syllabus is more or less the same. Because obviously everyone is teaching you risk management and insurance, finance, investments, banking, wherever. So that is one. Again, if you need complete detailed information on anything, each of the institute's websites have such detailed information that they answer all questions a starter can have. You can go there. They give you details on what an actuary does. They also have interviews of actuaries where they explain you what work they do, how they spend their day, and how everything looks like. Now, for people who would have heard about this course might have heard it's extremely difficult and might have faced discouragement for the course. But let me tell you, more the difficult, more the value. As even Shobna ma'am mentioned, don't do easy things. If you do easy thing, again, as you've got it easily, the value is less. The satisfaction is less. Everything is not what you want. So anything you do will require efforts. I would say there's nothing easy or difficult as such, just that you have to take the right decision to choose the right career. So for actuarial science, I would say if you like maths, if you like numbers, you are good with it, you can play with numbers, you can analyze numbers, then actuarial science is the career for you. And please make sure you do like them, because it's not just restricted to exams, but even on the job, you'll be surrounded by numbers. We work on Excels with numbers, we make presentations with numbers, everything is numbers. There's just a joke that goes on a lot of times in our office, that we can quantify each and everything, be it feelings, be it emotion, anything. That's the relation of actuaries with numbers. So that's a very good point. Now on the difficulty level, yes, the difficulty level is high, but there are ways to crack exams by having a good strategy. I'll help you with a couple of them which I used to follow. So never underestimate the time you will require to prepare for your exam. Start preparing early. If you have extra time at the end, it doesn't matter, but just don't fall short of time. That's a very important point. You can make a time schedule and follow it so that you have enough time at the end for revision of past papers, and then you don't just have to rush through things that are left. Also, other point I would say is, I would not suggest to study 12 hours a day or 8 hours a day. You have to practice your hobby at the same time. Please be involved in other things as well. because that will keep you fresh, especially actuarial science being a long journey of 13 to 15 levels. If you just keep studying, there's a high chance that you might get saturated. So please practice your hobby. That will keep your mind fresh. You'll be rejuvenated. Your productivity will increase. Giving my example, I always had a passion for music. So every day I used to spend some time playing some or the other instrument, be it guitar, harmonium, or singing, whatever. I used to keep learning some or the other thing in music. So that is another thing. One more thing is prioritize quality over quantity. It doesn't matter how many hours you study, but how you study is very important. So you study with full concentration and your 2 hours of study will be completed in just 1 hour. So you are saving time, you get time for other things, and at the same time, it's more productive. You have to keep your concepts very clear, because it doesn't matter how much you know, but what matters is how you apply the things that you know. So yeah, and again, as I mentioned earlier, yeah, it's a long journey of 13 to 15 levels, but a positive point is you can start working even while you are studying. So you complete your graduation along with giving some of the levels of actuarial science, and then you start working. You join the field you like, be it insurance, finance, investment, and then along with work, you give your exams. You won't be the only one doing that. Everyone in your team, everyone around you will be doing work plus exams. It might get a bit difficult at sometimes, but it is manageable, because your practical experience at work will just help you clear your exams better. So don't take it as a negative. It's a very, very positive. Yeah, so this is more or less I had on actuarial science, and definitely, even as ma'am mentioned, we have BCom with actuarial science, which I think is an amazing initiative. And so I have seen the syllabus, and it more or less covers what actually these institutes offer in their syllabus. So it's very helpful, and with the amazing faculty we have around, you will get good knowledge, and it will make it much easier to clear your institute exams as well. So that is it. Now to end with, I'll just quote one of my favorite statements, which I always tell people is, whatever you want is within your effort zone and outside your comfort zone. So come out of your comfort zone, put in your efforts, and you'll get all the success in life. All the best, everyone, and happy to take questions.
Thank you, Tanvi. I will just add one thing, beta. Thank you very much. I'm so proud to see you talking so beautifully, eloquently, and giving the points in a very firm manner. We are trying to get this SOA, Society of Actuaries and UK Actuaries, mapping our syllabi, and they have already gone through our syllabi. Probably they will consider 1 or 2 courses of us, which they will say that the test has been cleared. When these people apply for SOA and other things. Around 5 papers have been mapped already. So what remains is that we are going to get a consent between the 2 institutes, and it's like that.
That's amazing. Congratulations, ma'am. Very happy.
Yeah. Because you could relate the syllabi and the courses, I am very delighted that we are already on the job of getting some benefit to our students who opt for this actuarial studies course in our college.
That's very nice.
Yeah, thank you, Tanvi. Thank you. You did a wonderful job. Proud of you. Yes, Ruchi, now it's over to you.
I think, ma'am, Tanvi has already elaborated so beautifully. I think all the questions more or less are answered. But still, students would like to know, if many of our students would like to pursue CA. So they are still, between the choices of having probably going towards the CA or probably choosing actuarial sciences. So I think they will have to dig out more and, find where their path is.
They can do both.
But, they can do both. Yeah.
They can do both.
So
and
I
it
think,
will add value. Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be very, very interdisciplinary in the sense that few of the analytical tools that even CA students need to have. It's going to be like a intersection domain. If you are going to set theory of if you are going to use.
Yes,
Tanvi,
ma'am.
I'm right. Yeah.
Those were the questions. So Tanvi, again, congratulations to you to whatever that you're doing. And it was, I think you answered to all the questions. So I think, ma'am, we can just go ahead with that. No more further questions.
Thank you, Tanvi. And
Thank you.
yes, and let me add that Tanvi has honor of becoming youngest actuary of India. So congratulations, Tanvi,
Thank
on behalf of
Congratulations.
Podar College. And you explained it very nicely. Of course, there is a difficulty level, but then if it is things are difficult, then only there is a value. You
Definitely.
rightly said. Thank you once again. Thank you
Thanks. And I
for.
would also like to thank Podar College for all the support I have also got during graduation. And the amazing teachers, even Shobna ma'am, the open door policy. Like I have also walked in many times to her office and spoken to her for anything. So yeah, it's always nice. And even to be again frank, I was introduced to actuarial science by one of the career guidance forum sessions Leena ma'am had held when I think I was in 11th.
Yes,
So
yes. Very.
that's
Milestones. If you
yes,
remember.
achieving milestones. Correct. I
Yeah.
remember the name. Yeah. So thank you.
So I will pass on your message to Leena madam. She will be very happy.
Definitely. Thank you.
And keep coming to college, Tanvi. I need you more. Okay.
Yeah. Anytime, ma'am. I'm just a call away.
Yeah. Thank you, beta. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tanvi. Our next speaker is Mr. Akshat Kadam, and he will be talking about data science and analytics. Mr. Kadam is an alumnus of IIT Bombay with a master's in electrical engineering. He has previously served as a research scientist at Sony, working on the intersection of computer version and artificial intelligence. I won't take much of time. I request Akshat Kadam to please orient us about BSc in data science and analytics.
Sure. Thank you so much, Deshpande sir, for the intro. And I really want to thank Shobna ma'am for inviting me again for another session like this where we can interact with students. And really happy to have such achieving students here, on the call itself and also, watching on the live stream. So it's really nice to hear that Podar has once again given such an amazing result in HSC, and so many aspiring students are here to learn about something new and consider a very innovative option, for their potential careers, and how Podar is really working on the spearhead, I would say, of bringing such programs, formalizing them, and more importantly giving a very professional label to something that everybody knows is important, and people have the only choice is to study them externally, and I think this is an amazing initiative, and no surprise that Podar is again the first to come up with something like this. So I'm just here to once again give you a little bit of intro on what you can expect when you think about data analytics, and especially as students working in the commerce background, what it is that you can expect to learn and try to aspire to as you move forward. So I'll just take a little bit of your time. I think perhaps I'll speak for about 15 minutes ish, and we can look at some questions. So I have a few visual aids just to help the points that I'm making, and I want to make my piece really focused on where the market trends are today. And the previous two speakers have really given you very nice inputs and a lot of anecdotal evidence from their own careers, from their own experience. And I just want to help augment that with the things that are happening, that are actually happening at a larger scale. So before I actually show you some evidence of data, that is of evidence of how jobs and careers are growing in this sector, I want to first make a point by saying that this whole analytics field, right, it in commerce, in the context of commerce, is extremely new. And you will find, and the first point that I'd like to share with you fresh 12th standard graduates is that is one anecdote, one very good an important proverb that we often hear is that innovation in technology begets innovation in commerce. And my first slide, I think, said that analytics has now become the new pillar of commerce. So I really want to show you through these few slides how exactly it is now important for many commerce graduates to also have a working understanding of technology, if they are going to be keeping up with this new mode of working. So the first point I wanted to make was that this whole field of how analytics came to be, the whole motivation for it was the emergence of the growth of what we call big data. And this of course started around in this little the years of the early 2000s, where you had your internet only evolved from something that was only a read only place to what we know today. So I think everybody here who are currently 16 and 18 years, between 16 to 18 years old, you may not even remember the internet from the 90s or the early 2000s, where you could not interact with the internet at all. And you might of course have some sort of a vague understanding now that your interactions with the internet are generating data that are being used to advertise things to you. So of course everybody by now must be somewhat aware that when you search about something on the internet, you will see that you start getting targeted advertisements of them about that thing. So suppose you search about some sort of shoes that you like, and you suddenly on Amazon, the next time you go on the home page, there are shoes, advertisements of shoes, and you see that this is all commercial applications of data analytics, where somebody has analyzed the data and seen that you have an interest in shoes, and to show you shoes instead of something that you may not be interested in. And that's what has led to the growth of this field. And I'd like to say that since this entire jump of phenomenon in what we're seeing in technology, the job opportunities also in business have proportionately grown to go along with them. Now I have a small little chart here that shows the average level amount of active applications that are on a prominent job portal. And you can see that the role of data analyst or business analyst, data scientist, before 2010 it was not even there, and they have just exploded over the last 10 years, and this will likely continue to grow in this format. And a new sort of plateau will form over here when, as industries are adopting these technologies into their business workflows, not just technical ones. And I have a few numbers on the right that basically are indicating that these companies, when they're even looking for professionals in these fields, they are not even expecting people over 3 to 5 years of experience for a senior position, which is actually very rare for a burgeoning, a field that is extremely high paying. Now you will see that over half of the requirements of jobs in this sector are actually looking for between say 2 to 5 years of experience, which is extremely rare. So as a fresher, you can perhaps have a very, very fast, you could say career progression if you get into jobs in this sector. And of course, like the technologies of we can discuss them later. And these are the technologies that we will precisely be touching upon in the context of applying them in commercial business use cases. So I think that's going to be the entire focus of this new program that we're going to have. And so one question that we often get, at least I often get, is that I'm studying to be an analyst, or I want to get into an analyst role that I'm currently not in. And my biggest doubt is that what is expected from me, like what is the job of an analyst? And the answer to that is actually very, very simple. For any analyst that now today we're seeing in the world, their skills are basically fragmented into 4 main pillars. And that's basically analytics, programming, communication, and of a very specific domain that you're going to be working in. Now, I think the best way to make my point is going to be by showing you an actual job opening that is really out there. And I think that is just the best way to drive a point home with real evidence of what an actual company is looking for. Instead of listening to what I have to say, you can look at what's out there. Now, it is possible for you to break down every job description that you see, every sort of opening that is out there, into these 4 roles. Now, I've just done them for you in short over here, if you take a look. If you want to read this in detail, feel free to print screen the slide, or since this is going to be recorded, you can watch this peacefully later. But this is basically what I'm trying to say. And this is now becoming the new trend and shift where even a commerce graduate who is going to be working in a field where he has to apply business logic to certain technical things, he is expected to have technical knowledge and a way to implement his ideas, in a way to work with large amounts of data, so that his presentation, the final output that he as an analyst is giving you can be extracted. So that is now what is becoming the expectation. And I think instead of looking at a summary like this, it can be very nice to look at an actual live complete description. So I'll just show you one more instance that that will really drive home the point that I'm trying to make. And this, I think, is Naukri.com. This particular post might be pulled a couple of months ago, but you will see that this is the kind of roles that are now being expected, where there are no proper degrees or formal programs in colleges in the country that are gearing students to actually work for this. You will only companies can only expect somebody who has learned these things by themselves, or has been self-taught and had some sort of job in this sector somewhere else. Only then they can expect to hire such a person. I think this is the point that you should take home, when you're looking at data science and analytics, which is becoming extremely common and sought after with graduates here. And I'll just break down this particular this long description for you. The takeaway from here is that this company, Flipkart here, they are looking for a commerce graduate, but a commerce graduate that can program in things like Python, that can write database queries in SQL, that can work on it. Excel, of course, I think you can, everybody can, it's expected today, but Python and SQL has been unheard of, for a commerce graduate. And also further, they are looking for things that we call BI tools, business intelligence tools, which is a term that you will continue to hear, in the context of this field or this domain. And this entire analytics and business intelligence, they all work together. But of course, I won't get into the nitty-gritties of what exactly each means. But basically, I think the main moral over here is that people are expecting commerce graduates to also be able to write some sort of code, or to at least work in some way with a professional database, or write or create technical dashboards in some way. So this is, I think, these are skills that actually students have to go through entire courses to even be able to work in the basics of these skills. And of course, the firm that I am heading, we teach these professionally, but I think it is an amazing initiative that Podar is actually incorporating these skills into your professional coursework and curriculum. And if you actually are competing with a student, with another person for such a role, having a BSc or a bachelor's level degree with these skills is going to put you at definitely one entire platform above everybody else. So I think this is an amazing opportunity for those who are interested in exercising your gray cells, you could say, like having a more problem solving oriented approach towards your commerce career. So I think another thing that I'd like to just point out, when moving away from what companies are asking for, and what is currently being expected in the market. So the one line answer to what is data science or analytics all about, it's basically all about giving answers to a real life question. And whether it is the context of a business or a service or manufacturing or whatever it is, basically you are in your workplace, in your office, you're going to have a boss that is going to ask you a certain type of question, or the task that he gives you is basically in the form of a question. Like, you have a certain responsibility, you need to know what is happening inside your own domain. Why is it happening? You need to analyze or properly give reasons, strict reasons about what are the patterns behind the data that you are in charge of. And if something went wrong, suppose in whatever aspect or area you're working in, out of your control, you will need to know what happened and why it happened and what to do next to prevent such a thing. And analytics, data science is a little bit above that, but analytics is all about answering these questions. And how are you going to answer these questions? Is basically by applying mathematical statistical methods to your data, so that it is arranged in a way that you as an analyst, you apply finally your inferential mind, and you come up with what we call as something of an inference, a business inference. So the answer to what happened or why it happened or what will happen next. So that is going to be the very, very distilled version of the game that this entire field or this entire sector is about. And I have this one favorite slide that I always use whenever I'm talking about this field, because this knowledge is really not that much percolated, in the general mindset. Whenever we hear about data science or analytics, often people think that a data scientist is doing everything, but I think it's important that we delineate exactly whose role comes where. And basically, so this chart is a little bit complex. I'll just move to something that is a little easier for you to understand. Now, if you're looking at any business or any company that has... Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I think you have not shared your screen, Akshat.
Okay, let me...
Not shared, yeah.
I see. Allow me to just reshare my screen. Perhaps I can fix this. Yes. Kavita ma'am, is this visible as of now?
Yeah, I'm able to see.
Okay, ma'am. Then probably I'm having internet issues.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'll just check.
Not a problem.
I'm able to see. Yeah.
Okay, sure. I'll just...
It is visible.
Great. I'll just take over from where I left off. I think, yeah. So the important thing that I think students should take away is that when you think about data scientists or data analysts, they're not exactly doing everything, in the context of any sort of business operation. Now, you can use this pyramid and apply it to any major business that you're seeing in the world today, be it Facebook, be it Amazon, be it Microsoft. Of course, I'm taking extremely big company names because you can easily fit this pyramid in the company's structure. Now, and they're all doing very different things. Now, if you look at this, like the most important part of any sort of data driven operation is the acquisition of data and the arrangement of data in a way that you can use it, and that is 80% of the game. Now, I will say that is what comes under the most fundamental part of your pyramid, right? I'm sure you students might have seen this pyramid in school as in your context of food chain, or something where Maslow's hierarchy of needs, if any of you have heard of it. This really relates to that. And if you don't have your base created, you're not going to need the top, or you won't even be thinking about the higher parts of your pyramid. So I think that's where it all comes in. And any company that has data scientists is actually going to be looking at the forefront of pushing their business. But as say a budding analyst, you are actually positioned very, very neatly into this middle section that actually puts you somewhere in between a very high technical mind and somebody who is working as a infrastructure in technical infrastructure. So as an analyst, you will actually be working extremely closely with your business executives, or those who will be making business decisions based out of your work. So those who actually work on AI, or those who apply the data scientists, what they are doing is they are trying to push the forefront of the business, and which is not the day-to-day focus of your company. Your company is going to be focusing on my data that's coming in today, my users that are interacting with my website, with my product today. What change can I do now where I can improve my revenue? So that is what is going to be expected of you as an analyst. And here you do not have to be so technical that you have to build products or you have to work on any sort of engineering infrastructure, but you will need to have the ability to interface with somebody who is building them, and with somebody who is a pure financial markets person, who needs to and say you would be translating things from A to B for them, from code to say your presentation. And I think that is a very, very exciting place to be if anybody over here is actually having that kind of technical inquisitiveness in them, that I really want to be closely in touch with problem solving whilst studying say finance or marketing or any sort of so even if it's accountancy. So I think this is an amazing and very, very exciting field to be in. And I think one final point that I'd like to make is that so this is now this now what's becoming the future of presentation and reporting. Now everybody knows, of course, I'm using a PowerPoint presentation to show these things to you, but when you're actually talking about reporting very, very data intensive results, things that are such as geographical results or something that is extremely statistical. The times when you would create a graph, take a picture of it or a screenshot and put it in your presentation and go show them, that time is now ending. What's now happening is that your business executives, your bosses, when they sit in meetings to look at data, look at results, and make decisions based on the results, that is now becoming extremely dynamic, where what's happening is that they don't want you to create a graph from data that was fetched yesterday. They want you to plug in a live data feed into something that they can see on their screens, and they can play around with and understand live what's happening. And I think that is really shortening the sort of latency that goes between actual market happenings versus businesses' response to market activities. So and the biggest tools for that is now what you saw in the job description earlier, BI tools, business intelligence tools like Power BI or Tableau, Qlik View, all these things. So of course, before these tools were made, to make such a thing, a live thing, a company would have to be so big that it can afford to build its own internal tools, its own internal pipeline, an application that can actually take data live from their cloud databases or wherever. And then somebody who doesn't know anything about what's happening inside the application is only operating the application and showing the live data to their peers. But now with such easily available BI tools, even you can see even a small and medium scale enterprises, small firms are now able to reduce their own business decision latency. So that is going to be what is expected next. It's amazing how in the last 2 years, students who are requesting, working professionals, okay, who are requesting looking for courses, short-term courses in Power BI, in Tableau, just so that they can learn this and look for a promotion in their job. That is becoming increasing a lot. And I think if students, you are going to be learning this from a first principles or from a fundamental perspective, you will be in a much better position tomorrow when you are actually you are competing for these jobs, even with experienced candidates. So I think this is a really exciting field to be in, and I'm really hoping that many students will sign up for this amazing program. So I think, yeah, that's it for my piece. Yeah, I think we can tackle questions if there are any.
Thank you, Akshat.
Yeah.
Ruchi, any questions from the students?
Nothing in particular, sir, because I think sir has already given a very good perspective. But I think the students are still thinking and contemplating. So no great questions as of now.
Yeah.
And I think Akshat has shared his phone number and email. I think the students may, Akshat, you can just show the slide once again,
Just
so that if anyone wants to reach out to you and have a dialogue with you, they can do that.
Of course, yes. Allow me to also paste it in the chat, but I guess this is good for those viewing on YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Akshat Kadam. nicely explaining and giving an insight to data science and analytics. And as you rightly said, very exciting and newly emerging science and newly emerging field. And you rightly said that individuals having 2 to 3 or 5 years experience, they are at the top position. So the student should think of this, so they can achieve a height, they can reach to top position in a very short span. Very nice of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deshpande sir. Just one last point, if I can make that, is that I think the timing for launching such a course just could not be better. And the way that the market has, matured, or you could say burgeoned, just, in these last few years, companies are really going to appreciate and understand the importance of a graduate in this specific field. And every company you can see out there now, in the next 4 to 5 years, they are going to understand that there will constantly be hiring for scientist and analyst based positions. And graduates of this program, I think, are going to be in very high demand. So I really appreciate Shobna ma'am's innovativeness here.
I'll tell you one secret to all of you hearing me. I always wanted to have a BSc degree in podar. We all have BCom, and always there has been a fascination for me. If some child who went into commerce want to get back to this field of science, I think I was so delighted with this BSc being offered to our own commerce graduates who might have been, sometimes you make a decision, Array, why I did not continue with my science, why did that kind of a feeling if somebody has, so they can now satisfy themselves. Actually, that was my original satisfaction when we were allowed to commence this degree program in our college. Akshat, you did a wonderful job as usual. Thank you very much for the kind of analytical presentation, enabling our students to get more informed. Hope they are not confused more. They are going to be informed more. Thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Akshat, from my side.
Anytime, ma'am. Thank you.
Deshpande, sir?
Yes, madam. Our next speaker is Mr. Kamlesh Rahul Joshi.
Kamesh.
Kamesh Rahul Joshi, again ex-Podarite. He did graduation from Podar and then MBA from Wellingkers Institute next to Podar College. He is in his family business named Om Freight Forwarders. His is the third generation. They are running this family business for last 50 years, and sir has got experience of last 15 years of running the family business. I request Kamesh sir to enlighten us about shipping and logistic management. Again, what you call very innovative course in commerce field. Thank you, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, Shobna ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, Kamesh. Welcome, beta. Thank you very much. Looking forward to hear from the horse's mouth the future for shipping and logistics management. Very, very eager to listen to you, Kamesh. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So, hi everybody. As you know that I'm the ex.
Your voice is little cracking, Kamesh. Adjust your mic if you need to.
Just a minute. Is it better now?
Yeah.
Little better.
Little better. You want me to just raise the volume? Hello.
Yes.
This is better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So right now, like everybody knows that in the COVID time, the thing which industry was working, that was the logistics industries. That was only the industry which didn't got shut. It was working 24/7. If all the students also might have seen that, they have known that currently right now the market economic, it all depends on the export of the country. Any country who has a good export, or any country who has a good establishment of the logistics, that country economic goes on a very large scale. So in past, if you go back 15 years back when I was in college and I was not in logistics company, I also didn't have much idea about it, how to go into that, how are the exams, or do I need to give an entrance exam into that? But as I had a background of my family into that, I got the support. But now when I see couple of months back, after the March, like last year, a lot of kids have come to the logistics. Now, when I talk about logistics, you people will be working. It is the same thing. It's the export, import. We get it from India. We ship it to other countries. Trust me, guys, it is lot things. You're just standing on just a small peak of a mountain. You have to climb the Everest. And it is the future, guys. This logistics in India has become superb. And, each and every steps, Mr. Narendra Modi had, when it said that urban Atmanirbhar program in India, you can see small, villages have become starting exporting things. The people, they know what is logistics, what is export, import, what is ODC cargoes and everything. So, export, import, logistics, then you have consolidations. There are a lot of perspectives in one logistics company. When you think about why do I choose a career as a logistics company? So understand one thing. Right now, every step has taken a turn after COVID. When people didn't know what is the importance of staying at home, they came to know. People know what is the importance of the health, and now everyone knows. So now they know the importance of logistics. Why? In 2020, when there was a COVID situation, we people, logistics company, were working 24/7. We were not even shut for a day or not even for a night. We had to work every day at the port. Not me, each and every person in the whole world who is into logistics was working 24/7. It was a risk for all of us to work over there. Still, government had supported us very nicely and we were able to manage it. So the scope right now, if you people select that, I need to go for the logistics, you can get a very good future from that. Nowadays, logistics, not only that, there is a shipping line, there is a CHA, there is a forwarder. There are many aspects where you can get into that. There is a forwarding company which goes for the freight. There's a CHA, that is custom house agent. You can apply for custom house agent. You need to get registered for that. There are every exams happening. There are twice exams in a year. First exam is the written exam. That is your G category. You have the written, and there will be the oral exam. The oral exam are the custom officers, superintendent, and inspectors will be taking that exams. Then here comes the F category. Then comes your H category. So there are 3 exams to get the custom house agent license. So for that license, you need to know import, export. You need to not only for the India, but even for the abroad also, how much duty calculation is there, why there is some duty needed to, why, sometimes when we know in India, there is Alfonso Mengs are not allowed to export. Basmati rice are not allowed to export. Suddenly government stops, do not export irons. Right now the situation is that they have increased the duty on iron. So there are many aspects. Why do government do that? So I don't want to go into that, but when you talk about your future to get into logistics, to work in a logistics company, it is a future is this. Everything is related to the logistics. You step out of your house, you need transportation, that comes under logistics. You take a flight, that comes under logistics. You go in a train, it comes into logistics. Logistics is into air, railway, road, sea. All the transportations what we use are connected to logistics. You selecting logistics, you will have to go to certain procedures. In that procedures, you will have to attend certain exams. You have to be qualified. You have to be graduate into that. After graduation, you should have 2 years diploma in some or the other degree. After that, you will have to go to the customs. They will take your reliable exams and then they will qualify whether you're able to qualify for the exams or not. So 3 exams are there, but currently they have stopped the exams because already a lot of results have been pending from the last COVID situations. And that is in Mumbai. So every city has its own CHA exams. Like we are in Maharashtra, has its own exams. Then Gujarat, then you go to Calcutta, you go to Delhi, you go to Hyderabad. Everyone has his own CHA exam over there. In freight forwarding, there's a shipping lines. In India, we only have one shipping line. India owns only one shipping line, that is SCI. That is only one shipping line which is owned by India. Rest, any shipping line you name, MSC, Merckx, HAPAC, OOCL, they all are non-Indian shipping lines. So the government is boosting a lot of forwarders to open their own vessels and to get into connecting through shipping line. learning the freight forwarding, it is, guys, very easy, and it will give you a lot of knowledge into that. It is just not, that you have to study in the podar. New chapter has come, Shobna ma'am is introduced to get enrolled into that. Trust me, guys, once you get enrolled into that, you are going to love it. Myself, I was not that keen when my father told me to join the business of our own. Shobna ma'am also knows that. But yeah, later on, when I enroll into that, I couldn't couldn't take my step back. I really love it. And logistics is everyday use. It is not going to get old. This industry is never going to get stopped, never going to get old, or never going to get outdated. It is going to upgrade every single day. So guys, this industry doesn't depend on any calamities will happen on the world. Until unless there is a big blast on the earth and earth is gone, the rest, everything is going to stand over there. So logistics will help you to not only know the logistics, but to know how the economic of each country is growing. I'll give a very small example, guys. Russia has a war with Ukraine. Because of that, Russia is not able to supply steels and certain products to India, where India used to buy from Russia. So now Russia wants certain things help from India, but because of the war, we are not able to ship over there. Shipping lines are not supporting. And India doesn't have a shipping line, only a SCI shipping line, which doesn't have a service to that sector. So now if you see the Google map, you Google it from India, it goes to Bandar Abbas. From Bandar Abbas, they are taking a road movement from Kazakhstan, Almaty, Red Sea to Russia. So this is called the CIS countries, like the Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkestan. These are all the Russian, below the Russian and above the Indian countries. So now the government is tracking them. So it's a very big step, and this is going to make a very big turn. You see, the Africa is a very developing country. It isn't still developed. But in Africa, when you see exports in India, after USA, the second most export country is Africa. You name anything, it goes over there. Even the used clothes, what we use, we throw it away or we give it to someone. There are many companies in Africa, they buy in bulk like 20, 40 containers. They buy that old clothes, they refurbish over here, they could dye over here in Africa, they dye and they refurbish, and then they sell it over there because the economic is very poor. So the country who has good export power. We always used to read in a geography, India is an exporting country, India is an agricultural country. So that time we used to think it is just a statement. But guys, trust me, it is a stand where we tell that, yeah, India is a multinational country where we do everything. You tell what we don't make in India. We make everything in India. What is in your hand, you see around your house, whatever is there, it is now made in India. The Vivo phone was first made not in India. From 2021, the Vivo phone is now in India. It is made in India. So logistics is going to even develop within you also. It is going to give you how to communicate to other countries. It is not only related to India, to Mumbai, Hyderabad, Chennai, Kolkata. No, it is going to go to here, to Poland, from India to Sri Lanka, from India to all the countries. So it is first thing, you will know all the economic and prospect of the other countries. Secondly, by taking this field, you will know that what is India and what are you giving your output to India. Third thing, you will be able to meet new people. You will elaborate more of yourself. You will have a confidence within you to talk to the people. It is very easy to write anything and send it to anyone who's staying abroad. But when you talk to them, you exchange your views with them, you understand their thought, their life cycles, their working habit, it makes a lot of difference. So the third sector is that you will communicate with the people who is not with you. And then you will know how to maintain a relationship with the people who you have never seen, you have never worked with them, but still you need to build that trust with them. So that will bring self-development within you. Fourth thing, you will come to know that each country cannot survive without logistics. If logistics is closed, everything is shut. You cannot do anything. You cannot travel. You cannot do any system working without logistics. Whenever we go on a flight, what we see is we are sitting in the chair in the flight. But below you, when there is a storage, there is all DHL, FBL, all the logistics going on. When you go in the train, we know we are in 3-tier, 2-tier, first tier, but there is another buggy, I don't know what is that said. All the logistics courier is going to go there. Every day morning, 6 o'clock, there is a train, Shatabdi from Bombay to Surat. Shatabdi train. In that train, there are almost, I would say, 100 to 200 people who only goes for the logistics job, day job. They go in the morning, Shatabdi 6 o'clock. They come back from the Shatabdi from Surat to Bombay at 5 o'clock. That is their day-to-day job. So people, small country like Surat is the fabric. It's a king of the fabric. You can get everything in from Surat to worldwide. It goes. Even the handkerchief what we use is now been export. The socks what we are wearing first was not export from India. Now it is going. So because of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India has become self-developed. It is not depending on anyone. And it is getting a good infrastructure support of the logistics that yes, we are able to supply what is made in India to the world. So logistics, import, export, everything comes in your hand. You know in and out of all the countries. You travel, you know logistics, you go travel to London, you will come to know what is London. The railway system of London is from the British time and still it is the same. They haven't changed it. So the thought process, the forecast, when you are into logistics, you can forecast what is going to come after 6 months. What can the economy of a certain country will be when they have this much export and this much import. This all calculation automatically will come when you're into this field. And if you need anything to know, if you have any questions or any doubt, my details are there with Shobna ma'am or sir. I can also share on the WhatsApp, on the chat, what we all are there. So anything you need, you can let us know. And if any questions you guys have, please do let me know. Trust me, this field is going to change your life. Not because of I'm saying because I'm into the lecture, but when you will do it, you will come to know.
Thank you, Kamesh. I think we are going to make it more experiential through internship and making them do the job for shipping companies so that they
Sure, ma'am.
understand ocean transport. They do get that mother universe, how she can be better treated is what is going to be the focus of this particular program. And Kamesh, you did a wonderful job, beta. It's very well done. And now over
Thank
to
you, ma'am.
Ruchi, whether any questions are there, Ruchi.
No, ma'am. I think Kamesh has already given us a great insight about how the logistics work. And since he's in the field, I think he's given us also the practical approach to it. So no questions as such in particular for us to respond.
Thank you, Mr. Kamesh.
Perfect, ma'am.
Yes, I have one query.
Yes, sir.
As this logistic, I mean, you work 24/7 and day and night and a lot of outdoor work. So
Yes, sir.
is this field suitable for girls?
Yes, sir. Why not? In my company itself, I have almost 25% of staff which are female working.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, in fact, nowadays in Mumbai, Gujarat, there are superintendent commissioners who are females. There are inspectors who are females right now in customs in Nhava Sheva, Surat, then in Chennai.
Okay.
Deshpande sir, these are the positions that is going to be government oriented.
Yes.
That is, you pass the exam.
Yeah.
But what is the other alternative is that if you use technology, you can track it from your own place. There is no need to go personally.
Yeah.
And tracking and robotic by RFID and other things, if we are going to learn and are going to integrate in the shipping business and logistics management, as I have been telling for all the other program, even this can enable you to have your own self-made unit, and you can do your own job with a one single computer in your own home and be an entrepreneur. Am I right, Kamesh?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
The tracking,
in
yeah.
lockdown there was only every logistics company has his own this thing package. You know, in that package, everyone can sit home and do the work. In fact, today also I'm not calling my staff who are traveling far away. They are still working from home.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell Deshpande sir. Shipping mein sir, it is technology laden now.
Yeah.
Even the bills and transfers, transaction note, everything has to be can be do with technology. But the one option that Kamesh was suggesting, that is superintendent in the ports, and that's going to be like government tomorrow. It's like your IAS officer and IRS. Am I right,
Yes, ma'am.
Kamesh? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Income tax officer. So that is going to be a parallel regulatory route, which also is open when you are going to do the shipping and logistics management as a
Correct.
program by the students, because it will be easy for them to crack those exams. There is
Yeah, yeah.
always the parallel line, government oriented line and private jobs. So private jobs category, again, there is scope for entrepreneurship and self employment in a very small way, of course. Big way
Yeah.
and small way depends on how I am going to take the job. Barabar.
Ma'am, one question has popped. It says that after doing BBA in shipping and logistics, what further postgraduate programs can we pursue?
So after the BBA, when you are done with postgraduate, then see there are some Wellington has some his own post graduation after 2 years diploma. They have some programs where for the import export they can directly after having that thing they can directly go to the company's logistics company, and they can take a 6 months on year internship work over there. They can get a better experience over there. After that, they can pursue for the exams also. So they can directly give exams after 2 years of diploma after graduation. So going to go after 2 years of
MBA logistics is also is allowed. MBA
yeah.
logistics, supply chain management. Yeah. MBA in supply chain management and logistics management. See, actually, it is going to be giving you a lot of openings in many post graduation exercises after BBA in shipping and logistics.
Yeah. So there's a lot of prospect. It depends on the person what actually they want. They want to be a forwarder, they want to be a CHA, they want to go to freight forwarding, or they want to go to custom related government jobs. So this all segments are different. So as per that segment, they will get their way to do.
Perfect.
Thank you, Mr. Kamesh.
Thank you, sir.
You rightly said that logistic management has become backbone of the economy, without which we just cannot grow. Now I request Vice Principal Ma'am Kavita Jaju Madam to propose vote of thanks. Kavita Ma'am.
And thank you, Kamesh. I'm going to trouble you. This is the beginning of my troubling you about shipping and logistics. You have to be there for Podar as far as this particular program is concerned.
Ma'am, it will be my pleasure to be associated back to college, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kamesh. Thank you. Yes, Kavita Madam.
Yes, respected Principal Dr. Shobna Vasudevan, Vice Principal Gawande Sir, Mahesh Deshpande Sir, Ruchi, all the other faculty members who are present in the meeting, and my students. Looking forward to all of you all being in R.A. Podar College of Commerce and Economics, Autonomous. What a loaded session, madam. What a loaded session. We started the session sharp 2:30. It's almost 4:15 and non-stop. The students have been exposed to different areas where they can excel in different careers. I think this, and coming, as you say, from the horse's mouth, coming from people who have excelled in these fields, talking about the practical aspect and how we can actually use it in the industry. I think it was a wonderful session, I must say. And I'm sure this was a session actually which Madam wanted not just for students to know that Podar is offering these new programs, but it was to, my dear students, it was for you all to get a little tickled, get nudged, come out of your comfort zone, be stimulated, know what all things are in store for you, especially now in your own home ground, Podar. I think Deshpande sir, you and your team, Gawande sir, the team has done a wonderful job by getting all the experts coming together. And if I may say, even though Akshat is not a Podarite, for us, for all practical purposes, Akshat is also now a Podarite. So all Podarites, my dear students, you have been given information, they've shared so much, which is actually, there's no pretentiousness, actually true. So now is the time for all of you all to assimilate, think about what has been said, read, explore, as Shobna ma'am said, come out of your comfort zones. Easy is not something which even Tanvi said is not the way to go forward. Take up challenges. These are not problems. Take up challenges, and I'm sure you Podarites will do great things. You're born for greater things. Thank you so much for giving this session, because it was enlightening for us as well. And we are looking forward to all you students at Podar College. Thank you so much, MD sir.
Yes,
Over
ma'am.
to you.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Thank you, madam. And I also take this opportunity to thank our librarian Patil sir, who at a very short notice arranged this Zoom meeting and even gave a link for YouTube. Thank you, Patil sir. And thank you, Shobna madam, for encouraging us to have this orientation program for the student. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Two names I would like to take here, ma'am. Chetan Taksade and Rahul Deshmukh, sir. Thank you for them also for providing us a seamless support in technical area.
Yeah.
So thank you for them also. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Shall we conclude, sir? Are you concluding
Yes,
it?
yes,
Yeah.
Yes, madam.
yes, yes.
Yes,
You are
madam.
with.
Thank
you,
you.
madam.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, Patil sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, Man Friday, as I always say. Thank
In
you.
the-
Thank you, sir.
Deshpande, sir.